So did you see President Obama visiting the White House today? Kind of interesting, right? But you do know Obama never really left. That's right, Joe Biden is the 46th president of the United States, but it's really just a continuation of the 44th presidency, Obama's third term, so to speak. Toto meets the wizard behind the curtain in the land of Oz. Puppet master meets the puppet at the White House in the very murky, muddy D.C. swamp. Yep, sorry to have to break the news to you all, but Obama is still calling all the shots, and old Joe Biden is the mouthpiece for the Obama doctrine. So what about the Obama doctrine? Well, for those that don't recall, even before he was elected president, the junior senator from Illinois, in a very confident, some would say even cocky tone, Barack Obama told Americans what he had planned, namely to fundamentally change our great country.
We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
Somehow, we elected a man with an agenda to transform this great country after 230 some odd years of exceptionalism into a place we would never recognize again. On November 4th, 2008, the Obama-driven fundamental transformation of America began, and it continues now. Just a couple weeks into his first term in 2009, and while meeting with King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia, the President of the United States bowed down to a leader of a tiny kingdom. And his first foreign trip abroad as the newly elected American president, Obama went on an apology tour, in essence, bowing to the crowd of Muslims in Cairo, Egypt.
More recently, tension has been fed by colonialism that denied rights and opportunities to many Muslims. Moreover, the sweeping change brought by modernity and globalization led many Muslims to view the West as hostile to the traditions of Islam.
This was a very long and elaborate speech where most scholars agree the intent was for the president to apologize for the exceptionalism Americans have shown the world. For me, and I recall watching that speech, I vividly recall watching that speech live in 2009. I was blown away at how apologetic Obama was to the world, especially as the new president, and especially Islam. He practically proned himself, and by default, proned America, asking Islamic leaders for their forgiveness. We see how that turned out. In just months, a new brand of terrorists emerged, namely ISIS, with an all-new hatred for America and the West. They were the worst terrorists the world has ever seen. I've seen videos that will haunt me for life, unedited, unblurred videos of innocent Americans and allies being beheaded. It's pure savagery, folks, and it was a byproduct of Obama's apologetic tone to terror. It was doomed from the start. But that didn't stop Obama and his vice president, that's right, Joe Biden. From there, the get-go, that didn't stop them from continuing. The America is not exceptional, and we are sorry for our strength and powers tour. When Biden somehow beat out a heavily favored Trump for the White House in 2020. And on cue, Biden is continuing what Obama started. In a word, gutting American exceptionalism. Like, for example, can anyone tell me why the president of the United States kneels all the time in important situations like this? Why is he kneeling there? Why is the president kneeling there? Jill's not. Or here. What's this all about? Why are you kneeling? Or how about here? A basketball team. He's kneeling again. Is he that beta, submissive? Isn't that exactly what Obama did when he was always bowing to leaders of other countries? Of course it is. And in the middle of a war that may be leading to World War III, just a couple of days ago, as the bodies of women and children are strewn across Kyiv and Bucha, Ukraine, our president, commander-in-chief, El Presidente, thought that day was the right time to go to the lectern and boldly demand and defiantly declare America is firmly on the side of, wait for it, our president didn't provide defensive jets for Ukraine or Iron Dome technology. Biden and Obama provided support for transgender people.
This administration is standing up for you against all these hateful bills. And we're committed to advancing transgender equality in the classroom, on the playing field, at work, in our military, in our housing and healthcare systems, everywhere, simply everywhere.
2 or 3 days ago, folks. It shouldn't come as any surprise or a shocker to anyone talking to you independent voters here who voted this guy into the Oval Office. No, because they were ringing the bells for this sort of stuff since they got into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And I mean this literally inside the comms office in the briefing room, which, by the way, is just 4 or 5 steps away from the Oval Office. Look at this. I don't even know how to explain what it is. Something like Joe Biden and Jen Psaki wanted to show how diverse they were and allowed this person-ish to do this inside the White House. You know, your house, the people's house.
One sec. Democracy's calling. See you, Daddy. Bye.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and this is a day in my life as a White House intern. This is actually the entrance to the West Wing. This is so fun, and it's really prestigious.
Hey, POTUS. Is Olivia Rodrigo still here?
No.
That's the Oval Office, folks. That's the comms, the Oval Office, and the West Wing. Whatever that was. And the utter humiliation. That is our top military general, Mark Milley humiliation. Not talking about America's exceptional military, of course not, because this is the Obama-Biden White House, so out with exceptionalism and in with wokeism, diversity, and generally pointing an accusatory finger at white people for nothing more than being white people.
I want to understand white rage, and I'm white. And I want to.
You can't make this stuff up, folks, because this script would be rejected by Netflix as too unrealistic. It's bad, and it's getting worse. Thanks to the Obama-Biden puppet show. It resumed last year after an all-too-brief 4 years of Trump, almost like a cancer that Obama brought to America, went into remission for 4 years, and we were back. We were loud, we were proud, we were America first, agenda believers. Then we were called deplorable. We were called flat earthers. We were called knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing flyovers. We were told the flag was racist, cops were racist, Trump was racist, and being a patriot was racist. But for those 4 years, America was back, and we flourished.
And those tariffs are going to be tremendously, if you look at what we've done thus far with China, we've never taken in 10 cents until I got elected. Now we're taking in billions and billions.
That was China. Now, how about Putin? There it is. If you move against Ukraine while I'm president, I will hit Moscow. All right? He called out NATO countries as well to pay their fair share. Watch.
We strongly support NATO. We only ask that all of the NATO members make their full and proper financial contributions to the NATO alliance, which many of them have not been doing.
Yeah, they didn't. None of them have. 2% of your GDP. That was the deal. We're doing it. They're not. They weren't. For 4 years, the cancer was in remission, and America was regaining our swagger. We were becoming exceptional again. America was back. And then COVID hit and flipped the apple cart. And somehow the Democrats got to work, got their guy elected, pulling out a shocking upset. The underdog beat the heavy favorite. And boom. Obama's third term resumed. The cancer was no longer in remission, and the woke cancer is spreading again from the White House to the media to academia to the sports fields. And if you think I'm making all of this up, watch.
Thank you. Vice President Biden, Vice President. That was a joke.
That was 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Didn't sound like a joke. See, I wrote the monologue before that even happened, proving what I've been saying about this was right all along.